Hey everybody, this is Isaac Brown without Zach Austin tonight, but with me in his place I've got Nate, my sister's fiance.
Howdy, howdy.
So Zach's not with me tonight. He and his wife are at the hospital. They just had their newest addition to their family, so we wish them the best tonight. So we're gonna do the pledge real quick, and everything else that comes along with it. So we'll be right back. We're back here at Bearcat Stadium after the pledge, national anthem, and now our alma mater is being played. So if you haven't figured it out, this is the third round of Arkansas High School playoffs, and we're playing the Glen Beavers. A quick rundown of our long streak of playing each other, which we have never played. So we don't have a last meeting or streak. So this is our first time playing them. So we're in the 3A4, and Glen Rose is in the 3A5, which has Prescott and Center Point. They're still alive, the playoffs. And something else to note, this is the 60th playoff game here at Bearcat Stadium. We're 46-13 with a 78% winning percentage. And hopefully we'll keep adding to that winning percentage tonight. Let's see. Trying to figure out some other stuff to say here. So last week's playoff game was a 7th team shutout, and the 11th here in Bearcat Stadium. And overall is the 78th in the stadium. So to do a little rundown of stats, which isn't very long because I forgot all of Zach's notes. For Randon, first career total is 3,971 yards, so he needs 29 yards to break the 4,000 yard mark, and a little bit over 300, I believe, to beat his dad's record.
So, Glen Rose brings a 10-2 record into this game. Their losses were early in the season, a non-conference
So,
to their rival Malvern.
A couple of guys on Glen Rose to watch out for are cousins, actually. Number 21, Connor Taylor, and number 22, Dalton Taylor. 21, Connor Taylor, he's actually one of their good wide receivers, and Dalton Taylor is one of their halfbacks. Rain Bland is their quarterback, and you'll see him throw the ball a few times tonight. Been watching, watched them play Genoa Central back in October, where they were fairly balanced throughout their game. So we'll see a lot of zone, a lot of power, a few counters, and then a few traps based off of power. From what I was able to watch, which wasn't much from Genoa Central's game, they did a pretty good job shutting down Genoa Central's offense. Let's see. It'd be a lot better with all of Zach's notes.
Yeah.
But I'll take a little break. There's 7.5 minutes till kickoff. They're forming the victory line right now. Haven't seen either team yet come out of their locker rooms. So we'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching Bearcat football.
Yeah, Glen Roses, they're kind of like Booneville. They've always been tradition.
Seems like we're having some technical problems, so I'm going to try to get those solved, so I won't be able to talk for a little while. But it looks like Kate Smith is our captain. You know what the other number was? Okay. I'll get his number here in a second, but I'll be back.
They're going to have their run out on this side of the field rather than on the far side where the visiting team usually does. That's interesting.
Okay, everybody. Hopefully that fixed the weird glitching frame latency issue.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's jumping anymore.
So I'll try to restart the time clock, and hopefully it won't do the glitching thing again. Since we missed it, Glen Rose won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they're kicking off to us. Rocky and Trace Hall are back deep for the Cats. I think they do like to usually kick the ball deep, the middle or to the left, depending on which sideline they're on and which direction they're kicking. But so everybody just ignore the 1 minute 40 seconds and everything else up there, because they're not right now. Jackson to kick. Kicked to about the 20. And Trace got hit there by number 5, just Sage Pugh. Looks like they mark as forward progress about the 26.5-yard line, so we'll take over there. 11:55 here in the first. You got 3 wide receivers here.
Booneville came out 3 wide with Ross and Smith to the far side, and Dunn Daniel to this side. Dax Goff the only back.
Takes a snap, be a option there to Dax. Runs over his own guy, about 7 yards there.
Dawson Draper over there on the stop for the Beavers.
Number 34, Dax Goff on the carry.
Didn't see who made the tackle there for the Beavers, since I'm trying to do multiple things at one time.
Doing a great job, Isaac.
But Glen Rose likes to run the over doubles, what I call, but now they're in the under front, which is 4 down linemen and an up guy. Run the same play to the right side here with Randon. Got about 10 yards on that carry there.
we don't have to have all this
Taylor bats at Booneville Bearcats.
mistakes and limit penalties this game.
Indeed, 10 yards for Randon on that play.
Looks like Cade's going to be on the far side
Herrera and Ross are the
near Glen Rose.
wingbacks with Dax behind as the fullback.
The tight end our side.
Dax gets the
Little
ball,
ISO
he
there.
had no
Nothing
trouble
doing on
handling
it.
And that's going to enable Glen Rose to come up and stop him before he can
Looks
get
like he gets about a yard there. Number 9 is on the bottom of that. Youngman.
Number 5 on the stop. That's Sage Pugh who made the tackle on the kickoff.
Number 34, Dax Goff from Gary. He gets about 1 yard.
But like I said before, they like to run a
Done Daniel
usually 4 down linemen and then a linebacker walked up to one side
on 2nd down and 9. We'll call
with
it.
a single linebacker.
Give it up the middle to Dax again. He'll get to
Dax on the
midfield.
carry there.
It's like he's down around about the 50.
56 on the stop for Glen Rose.
Gain him about 2, brings up 3rd down.
Gonna bring up 3rd down about.
Number 34, Dax Goff brings the ball up the middle. That was led by 56, Tyler Smith.
This is the first meeting between Booneville and Glen Rose. I thought they had met at one point before, but I guess I got the wrong team.
3-yard pickup.
Smith is going to be near us here, the tight end on the far side of the field.
I guess
About a long 6 here.
Herrera in motion.
Randon on the keeper there.
He'll have the first down.
Looks like he'll be
Got the
really
first
close to
down.
the marker.
To change it.
Yeah. Got a yard more than we needed.
But not for Booneville gets a first down.
Decided to keep it itself. Got the first down.
Yeah.
9:35 left in the quarter.
I mean, just whatever works. Brandon under center. Smith to the wide
Brandon
side
under.
here, Glen Rose sideline.
Little
Brandon keeps the ball
midline
at
there.
35,
Still on his feet.
down to the 33-yard line.
Down to 33. Number 21 on the Connor Taylor on the tackle there.
Trouble stopping Brandon already.
First down.
Graduated from Glen Rose. He was telling me earlier in the week that he thinks Randon's midline game is probably the
33-yard line.
Cade going to the far side there.
Carries unofficially
Splits the
38
difference
yards
between
away
the
from
tackle and
Brandon.
the sideline.
So 1st and 10, Cats at the 33. Ross comes in motion. He'll
It's
get the
a
hit.
option there.
That's inside 30.
There goes
He is gone. Touchdown.
Rocky there.
Bearcat.
Touchdown. It's a 34-yard touchdown run by Rocky Ross. We'll bring on Pablo to do the extra point PAT for us.
Yes, indeed. That comes
The last time I checked, he was
first quarter, 6-0. Pablo Ferreira.
2 more than the
Serrera.
former record for consecutive PATs. And hopefully he can add on to it here. Picks up, and it's good. Right through the middle. With 8:50 left here in the first quarter. Booneville 7, Glen Rose Beavers 0. We'll be back after about 30 seconds. You're watching Bearcat football. We're back here at Bearcat Stadium off of DJ George Drive and Don Elmore press box. Looks like Pablo's going to kick off for us. And number 22 is a deep man for Glen Rose, which is Taylor. And his cousin's on his right-hand side. And number 2, Balance is on our side. Kick down to about the 18-yard line. Balance there. It's like Peyton Tatum there on the tackle. Glen Rose's offense is fairly good. There'll be a heavy dose of run, offset by a few passes here and there. They'll run a lot of zone and a lot of power, I've noticed, and off the zone action, they'll also run a lot of counters and traps with Taylor. You got twins in shotgun formation with Taylor on the right. on the right of Bland. Like they'll do a check here at the line. Looks like power there, up to Taylor. About a 2-yard gain. Dunn making the tackle there. The game that I watched from Genoa Central, Genoa runs a defense fairly close to ours. It's more of a 3-4 than a 5-2. But we should see about the same dosing of runs and passes that they received. Looks like we're playing a lot, either a man or two-zone, two-deep coverage. Your Dax on the stop there, number 88 on the reception, which is Haynes. Looks like Glen Rose the first down there. Like I said, they do like to pass a whole lot more than we do. It looks like we are playing a different type of coverage than we usually do. And 12 there in motion, Franks. Matson there on the tackle, about a 1-yard loss. Stretch that. No gain there. Casey has 33 tackles on the season. They should add one more to that. Like I said before, Pablo has 38 consecutive PATs now. Looks like they'll run zone here. Taylor right up the middle there.
Wrapped up.
About a 1-yard gain there. They'll bring up 3rd down. Looks like the software I'm having used to do the clock is causing the problems since it's lagging every 1 second. But looks like they have trips to that side, one to this side. 25 goes in motion there. There's a pass. Got a huge hold there in the middle, but it wasn't called. The Dax on the stop there. Looks like it's about a 21-yard gain there. Taylor, the cousin on there in the reception there. It's the same type of formation where 25 is the up back and goes going to go in motion there. It's a counter there. About a 1-yard gain there with Taylor. There's a penalty flag there. I don't know who they're going to call that on. You the resident penalty expert? You said you were before we got here.
Nope, not me. I'm just here to play with the camera.
I don't have a 25 on my roster. But it was 25 and Plymel doing extracurricular, and they're going to wave it off.
Oh, man. Doc Crowley got an explanation. He is certainly not happy with it. Obviously.
So all with that, there's a 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
No penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 9. I don't know how there wasn't a penalty.
They're going to do a wildcat here with 21. Taylor, the quarterback. There's a sweep there with balance there. About a 6-yard gain there to the 19. Looks like Mason and Casey Matson on the tackle there. So this is the first time down in the red zone. We'll see if the Cats can stop them here. Prevent him from scoring. Looks like it's still going to be a wildcat formation, a heavy set to the right. We'll see if they're running like a sweep over there, which they do. As long as everybody can turn them in like they did. That was goers on the stop there. Mason, the Masonator goers there. Got about 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first. It's a fourth down on the long 4. Looks like 7 comes back. Bland is a quarterback. We'll see this probably as a passing down, which it is. It's a quick out route. Just enough for their first down, which was to Taylor. About a 5-yard reception there. We're playing, our coverage is starting off a little soft, so those out routes are probably going to be there all day unless we start jamming people. Which hopefully will make that adjustment. It's like Taylor's back at the quarterback. So we'll probably look for a power right up the middle here. It's a counter there, and he keeps it there. Taylor scores there. About a 15-yard run there. That's going to be dangerous off the counter action there. Draws everybody inside down to the right. And he keeps it off to the left. That's going to be really hard to stop. But as long as we make adjustments here at halftime, we're close to it. Or hopefully even before that, we'll make that adjustment. It's number 3 for to kick. That's Jackson. Kicks up, and it is good. We're tied 7-7 with a little over 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. We're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Glen Rose scored on about a 15-yard run by Taylor. Here's Jackson to kick off from the 40. We'll look for a deep kick here. Probably back to Trace, which it is. It's a knuckleball kick to the 15-yard line. We'll see if he can't get a good return here, which it looks like he does. There he goes down to the 50. He gets caught from behind by 88 by Haynes, but not after Hall scampers about 40 yards.
Yeah, he got wrapped up, or he would have took that one to the house.
Yeah, now we have a penalty now from the white hat. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Booneville. So we'll mark off 15 from the 40. This will be about our own 45 now. Talking to Coach Crowley there. That was a late flag there. And I didn't see anything there on the play. There was a long conversation there. It's still going on.
6A, Parkview and Greenwood, the difference being Greenwood has their starting quarterback back, and that's made a lot of difference.
That ought to be a whole different ballgame from the last one.
They're going to talk it over.
See, they are going to mark it off.
And that penalty will be
Take over at the 45.
So they'll move it back inside
So
territory at the 45-yard line.
it should be 1st and 10 from there. Looks like Lamar is behind Robinson 7-0, and that's from the first quarter. And McCrory is losing to Desark 6-0, and that's also in the first. Looks like Cade is going to be on our side of the field.
Herrera and Ross, the wingback.
Dunn on the far side of his tight end. Looks like they're still playing an under front with a single linebacker back there. Midline there. We'll see if Brandon can get anything. He gets about 4 yards there to 49.
82 on the stop, Harrison Roach, sophomore.
As long as we can keep chipping away 3 yards and a cloud of dust at a time, we'll be fine. It's like it's the same formation with Cade near us and Dunn in the far side as tight end.
Second down and 7.
It's like a sweep here to Rocky Ross. Makes a guy miss. Out about the 46.
Rocky Ross getting the ball.
Rocky turned that loss into a very good game.
With Pugh on the stop, number 5.
Foot tackle pretty much and getting the yard.
Like they swapped formation where Cade's on the far side now. So the Glen Rose's D linemen like to switch to the strong side of the field there. So they're still playing an under front. Brandon there. He's down to 30, 20. He's got one man to beat. Down to the 2-yard line there.
That right there was simply a Brandon Ray QB.
Number 3, Ray with the huge thing. That's a Booneville Bearcat. First down.
43 yards on that play.
43-yard play there by Randon.
First and goal by Mail is in.
Be first and goal from the 3.
He'll play probably the tight end or an extra line.
See,
Cade Smith remains in the game. Wide receiver to the far side.
the heavy set there. Same play, but to the right. Randon there. And he's in for the touchdown. 13-0, Booneville over Glen Rose Beavers. Comes Pablo. This is his 39th attempt. It's his 39th consecutive attempt. So if he makes it, it'll be his 39th consecutive PAT, is what I guess I was trying to say. Cade for the snap. And Herrera the hold. Good snap, good hold, good kick. It's 14-7 with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football.
Caught that touchdown, so I must be getting better too.
Pablo Ferrer to do their kicking here at the 40. It was pretty much all Randon drive there. He did the majority of the work with cap off with a 3-yard touchdown run. We'll see if we can keep capitalizing on Randon's success, which hopefully is pretty close to the 4,000-yard mark now. Got all 3 normal guys back deep for Glen Rose. Make sure we can probably kick it away from 22 and 21, which looks like he tried to, but he fielded down at the 4-yard line. With Cody Ellett make contact there. Did a good job there with Tate Rice. Made it down to about 28-yard line, so it's about a 25-yard return there. Let's see if the Cats can stop their passing game. Did a good job stopping their run game, save for the last play there on their touchdown drive. Looks like they got twins with Taylor to the left. They'll probably look for like a zone play to the right. It's pass. The 11 open in the middle of the field. Covered by Herrera. was intended for number 11, Cohen Carter.
McGee and Hoxie 7-7 in the first quarter. Prescott over Newport 6-0 also.
Like I said, we're not playing our normal type coverage. He gave him the inside release and he took it. Twins both sides again. And Taylor there on the carry, a little simple zone.
He has a big hole. 45,
Peyton Tatum
dragged down by
on
Peyton
the
Tatum
tackle
at the
there.
8-yard line. First
That was
down.
about a 15, 17-yard gain there.
Rose is pretty much just right off the tackle.
First down for the Beavers.
Little Rock Christian breaking out big on Whitehall is
Like,
14
will be the same formation, Twins.
Glen Rose gets to the 40.
Taylor to this side.
First and 10 Beavers. They say the
So same play, same spot, but this time we stayed home. He only got a 1-yard gain there. And that was Brooks and, or sorry,
22, Dalton Taylor.
Doug Daniel and Dax Goff on the stop there.
4, Dax Goff, number 5, Dun Daniel.
down and 9.
So it looks like they're changing their formation a little.
We gotta bring number 11, Carter
Let's
to
see.
this side of the field to join Taggart.
So they brought an H back in,
5 is back into the game.
and Taylor's on the far side. He's going to get the carry here on a counter play.
Middle, he's gonna be taken down by
Looks like
Pompeo.
Chase Palmel on the tackle, about a 3-yard gain there
Tackle 64, Chase Palmel.
Bring up
by
third
Taylor.
down about 5.
Brings up 3rd down, about 5.
The Beavers pick up 4 yards. They get into Booneville
Got in the
territory.
end
Ball
zone
is
in 2A,
44.
leading Desart 8-6.
It'll be 3rd and 5.
Looks like they're doing a bunch formation here, real tight.
Tight formation this time for the
With
Beavers.
Taylor on the right, he's a little bit farther out. This is a go route. He's looking for him underneath the 21
Taylor, and he may go.
to Taylor.
25, 20, 15, 10, and tackled by Brooks Herrera.
Brooks on the stop there after he's being held pretty bad at the 5-yard line.
Brooks Herrera, number 1
First and
on the
goal,
tackle.
Beavers. They're gonna say at the
And I'm pretty fair when I judge holding. Since I was offensive lineman, that was pretty bad.
Shiloh over Rivercrest 7-0.
Looks like
Taggart comes
they're going
wide
to
this
do
side.
Wildcat here again with both Taylors in the backfield. Look for the same type of play as before, except he may leave it this time. And then he does. Taylor there on the carry.
Taylor, that is Dalton Taylor.
About
up the
a
middle.
1-yard gain there.
Perhaps got a yard on the play. Second down.
Didn't see who made the tackle there.
3-yard line.
Right down number 64,
We're down to
Chase
16
Palmel.
seconds left in the first quarter.
2-yard pickup. Set up
We'll see if Glen Rose wants to run another play.
So you
and
got
it
10
doesn't
seconds
look like
left
they're
here.
inclined to do so.
I think they're going to elect to go.
No, that will be the end of the first quarter.
To the
Here's
second
score,
quarter here.
Booneville 14, Glen Rose
That'll be the end of the
7.
quarter
Bearcat
one.
football on
Booneville
Booneville
leading 14 to
7.
7. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. We're back after a 6-yard touchdown run by Glen Rose by Taylor. And Jackson here to kick from the 40. He's going to kick it back to the Hall. Going to get it about the 15. About the 25. He's still fighting for yardage there. Down at the 25. It's like number 11. Carter on the stop there. Take over here at the 25. Like Ryland is now back. So he didn't play the first quarter, I don't think. So he's back at fullback. Be midline there. That's Riley on a carry. It's down to the 50, 40. Is he going to get caught? Keep blocking for him, Rocky. 10, 5, down to the 3. That was a great run there and a great read by Randon. That was a great read. There was nobody back there. Everybody playing up. He was off to the races, but unfortunately got caught. So it'll be first and goal at the 2-yard line. Palmel's going to line up as our tight end to the right. We'll see what happens here. Randon on the keeper. 2-yard touchdown run to cap off a very quick scoring drive. I think it only took about 30 seconds for that. That makes it 20-14, Booneville over Glen Rose. We'll see if Pablo can add on to his consecutive kick count. And this should make it 40 in a row. McCade the snap and Herrera to hold. Good snap, good hold, and good kick is good. Make it 21-14 with 10.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. So Pablo here to kick from the 40. Preceded by a good run by Ryland. And capped off by Randon's 3-yard touchdown run. And number 2 deep. Number 22 and 21 as well to Taylor. As a deep kick to 22. That's the halfback Taylor. See if he'll be able to return it here. See, Hall got him there. Pablo slowed him up just enough for them to get over there and make the tackle. That was a good return by Taylor there to the Booneville 40. Looks like that's where he marked him down. So it's a short field for Glen Rose, which is always a good thing if you're offensive minded. Looks like they're doing their regular twins formation with Taylor to the left. Going to see if Booneville's lined up how they like them. Looks like a change play. But Taylor coming to the right side now. Now we're shaded over. It's pass play. It's right in the middle, number 12, which is Franks. Ball's on the ground. Let's see if Goers came up with it there. Goers has it there. We'll see what they signal. So White Hat says first down, Booneville. That's why you always hustle to the ball playing defense. You never know what's going to happen.
Mason Gores. I mean, he had a
Goers seems like he's always at the right place at the right time. Scoring a touchdown 2 games ago.
Himself a touchdown. It's been all
Every lineman's dream.
great awareness.
Let's see if Booneville can capitalize on this turnover. Like Dunn's a tight end on this side.
Mark it at the 12-yard line. Rocky Ross in motion.
There's an option there. Brandon on the carry.
No gain this time. Number 12 on the tackle.
No
That's
gain
Franks.
there. Frank's on the tackle.
Dax back in.
Dax is going to replace Brooks. Dunn Daniel switch sides. He's on the right.
2nd and 10. Race Glen sitting this
9.5
side.
minutes left here in the second quarter.
Rocky Ross in motion.
It's like a
They're gonna
counter
get
here.
back to Dax.
See if Dax can get around, and he does not.
Loss back at the 10.
Loss of about 1.5 yards.
Number 9.
Now on the 10-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 12.
It's gonna be 3rd and 11. It's gonna be 3rd and 12 for the Cats.
We'll see what Coach Crowley dials up here.
Tried that little hand back. Glen Rose had it really well strung out.
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Glen Rose, give him credit right there. They did a great job of defending.
Now 9 minutes on the clock. 13 on the play.
Ross in motion.
Option there. The pitch to Ross.
15, 20.
He got enough for the first down, I believe.
They moved the chain.
Yep, they'll move the chains. That was a good play there. Good read by Randon to pull it and to pitch it there to Ross.
Give credit where it's due. Great blocking on the outside.
Yes, indeed. 1st and 10.
It's the same formation here.
Their own 22-yard line.
1st and 10 to 22. 8.5 minutes here in the second quarter.
Bring Dax in motion across the formation.
It's like a sweep here to Dax.
And he's
He
gonna get back to
met
the
with
line.
heavy resistance, and he's
Oh,
it blew the dead after a gain of after no gain. So we'll bring up 2nd and 10 now.
So we will have to settle for no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
14 to nothing at the end of one, and Glen is up on the Westford for 9 to nothing.
All right, that doesn't surprise me. I figured that was going to be a really good game. Conway and Fayetteville scoreless in the first quarter in the other 7A semi.
We can give to Ryland up the middle there.
Right about the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down
Looks
and
like
7.
Prescott is over Newport, 6-0.
Pulaski Academy,
Hoxie is
22
14.
over Greenbrier.
McGee is 7. That's in the second quarter.
Looks like them and Little Rock Christian are headed to the finals in the East Coast stay like they are.
Either in the finals or playing each other in the playoffs.
Right. The 3rd down, they're going to say 3rd and 7.
Be 3rd and 7 here.
6 now.
It's like
I think we're gonna get
they're going to be a timeout in Booneville.
Listening to Bearcat football on 20104.7.
We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. We're back here at Bearcat Stadium with 7:13 left here in the second quarter. Blancett lines up on the near side here.
Ross in motion, and now it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Brooks goes in motion.
One with the hard count right there. And Brooks went to hair early.
along with
Start against the Bearcats.
Rocky there,
3rd and 11.
trying to go a hard count, draw them off sides.
22-yard line.
So now it'll be 3rd and 11.
21-0 Clarendon over East Poinsett County in 2A.
Looks like they're going to do
They have the McAdoo kid who's
twins to the right and a single on this side with Blancett.
3 wide for the Cats.
And shotgun.
In the shotgun.
It's a good snap there by
Here's Randon. He's gonna launch
Randon. Launches
and
it
it's
deep.
gonna
It'll be overthrown by about 7 yards. It's intended for
He wanted
Dunn.
Dunn Daniel, but it was way over his head, and Booneville had to put it away.
So it was a good snap by Obar.
Good coverage
He's not
also by Glen
probably not
Rose.
used
They
to
had
snapping the ball 5 yards
defensive
deep.
backs on both
So you
team
always have
Bearcats
to watch
that
out for
were
that.
back.
They did a great job of covering.
It'll be our first punt here.
It'll be Randon ready to
For
punt
Randon's
this
to
time.
punt.
Usually him or Rowan. This time it's Randon. It's going to be 21 Connor Taylor back
A little
deep.
high
Goes
snap.
over the head.
In
It
the
hits
spiral
at the
punt there
48 and
goes
kicks
to
out
about
of
the
bounds.
49.
Good field position for the Beavers.
So that's a good spot. Sorry. Good spot for the Beavers to take over there. Short field position. With 7 minutes and 1 second left here in the second quarter.
7:01 left in the first half. 21-14. The Bearcats have the lead.
Looks like Bland is going to be the quarterback.
They got their stop, couldn't do anything.
And Taylor's off to the left.
Try and get another stop.
Scratch that. He's going to the right now with their up back, number 25, on the right-hand side as well. Look for a little counter. The zone there. Taylor up the middle. See if Brooks can hang on to him, which he does. It's a 22-yard gain, yard gain there.
Now neither team can stop the other.
Down at the
Except for Glen Rose did it just now.
24-yard line.
27 yards.
23 there.
First and 10 Beavers.
Sound H-back is on the left. Same play there, except the other side. I guess it's a little trap play
Got him by the feet and didn't let him go.
where the H-back comes and tries to trap on the tackles.
Made Tatum wait on. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
It'll be second and a long 8 with 6 minutes and 20 seconds here in the second quarter.
Down to the halfway point of the second quarter. 2nd and 8. Glen Rose at the 21-yard
It's like it's the same formation with the H-back on the left.
3 wide with the H-back 25.
The counter here, right up the middle, Taylor.
And he's going to get about 3 or 4 yards.
I believe that was done on the stop there.
The Glen Rose lineman a little slow getting up.
He's able to squeeze down on that tackle and follow him down in there and get to make the play there.
In the game, that's big number 77, Ethan Epperson.
From up here, he's a big boy, so I'm sure he's a big boy on the field, too.
The clip's
Yeah, he's listed 5'10",
the halfway point of the second quarter.
3 wide for
25 is going to be the H-back on the left. You got twins on the near side towards us. Looks like it's a pass. He's looking for 81, 82.
He'll have a first down at the 12-yard line or thereabouts.
It's Peyton Tatum on the tackle.
Found him in the flat.
Looks like Matson was caught counting change there.
Ladder hitch route. Nothing fancy, too. He had the coverage on it. Just those are quick passes. Good on cover.
I think that was Ropes on the reception there.
14-7,
H-back's on the right. A little zone here up the middle. That was Taylor there.
Quite a controversial ending between Hazen and Bigelow last week.
So he was on the bottom of that pile there.
It was very controversial.
Yes, from what I saw
Plymel
play,
and
it was very
Ryland
close.
there.
I could understand why they would call it either way.
Brings up 2nd and 7 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
3-yard run by Taylor.
Booneville leads 21-14.
Bland is still the quarterback. He now has
Bland has
Bowers
2 running backs, both on each side of him,
and Taylor 2 wide
and
to this side.
twins to the near side.
We're gonna
2
bring
goes
Bowers
in motion, looking to throw it to him on a bubble route. There's Matson.
and
met him
he's gonna be
first.
down to about the 2-yard line. First and
He'll
goal.
make it down to the 2.
No, they didn't quite get it. third and 1.
I didn't see who made the tackle there. It brings up third and a few feet, so they can make a first down.
See, now Glen comes off.
So now they're going to do a wildcat formation here. So Connor Taylor will be the quarterback, and Dalton will be on his right. Be H-back here on the right. A hard count. He's making a play there. Nowhere to go. Dun Daniel on the stop there. Looked like it came out on an all-out blitz there. Able to cause some disruption with their O-line. Cause some penetration issues. Still a wildcat with Connor Taylor as a quarterback. It's the same formation here. Hard count, goes up the middle again. It was Dax on the stop there. I don't know where they're going to mark that. They're going to measure, I think. Nope. Turnover on downs. Booneville takes over at the 1.5 yard line, more or less. That was a good stop by Booneville defense here. Able to get some penetration there. Disrupt a lot of their wildcat offense there. A lot of times those plays take a little while to develop. If you can disturb those right in the get-go, that causes lots of issues for them. So Randon under center, Ross in motion. Randon on the keeper there. It's about a yard and gain. The 3:10 left here in the second quarter. We'll see if we can't get out of the shade of our own goalpost. Bland sits on our side, and Dunn is tied in on the right. Dax is the right halfback, and Ross is the left, and Ryland is the fullback. Ross in motion. There he goes, Randon off. Let's see if he can. See if 12 will catch him, 21 will catch him down to the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Brandon. 97 yards, which I guess is now the longest play. They got a flag after the play for excessive celebration.
Him over down there.
Boy, I tell you what, Brandon's close to 200 yards already.
That is the longest run in the playoff for the Bearcats.
We'll see what happens, but I figure they're going to assess us on the kickoff. They're going to waive that off, so no penalty. So 97-yard run by Brandon. That should be well into the 4,000-yard club by now. It's Pablo to kick the PAT. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. Pablo adds to his consecutive PAT count. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter, it's 28-14 Booneville over Glen Rose. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football.
touchdown from Rendon
We're back
Ray.
here at Bearcat Stadium.
And
See, I already got used to the OCR automatically changing everything. I forgot to change the score.
Football.
It looks like Pablo's going to kick. They're missing the T, is what it looks like.
They can't, Booneville can't find the T. I don't understand why that, because they've done it so much this year.
So we'll see what happens.
So Pablo's going to dig a
He's
hole
going
in the
to,
ground.
yeah,
40
dig a
yard
hole
line.
to prop the football up.
The way we all used to do it back
Looks
in the
like
day.
Glen Rose is going to let us borrow their T, unless that's our T, which could be either way.
Doing that at my
But
grandma's house. We were playing football. Had to
Yeah,
dig
Glen,
it in the
looks
dirt.
like we're going to borrow Glen Rose's T and be able to kick off here from the 40.
Pablo with a T. 2:30 left.
So both Taylors are back deep
14 Bearcats.
and balance on the left,
Parkview 21,
with Connor
Greenville
Taylor on the
14,
far
second
side,
quarter.
Kicking for Booneville, be number 9, Pablo.
and Dalton Taylor in the middle.
Dalton Taylor back deep for Glen Rose. See if the Beavers have an answer. Ferrer
The
kicks
kick.
it down to
So the
about
kick to the
11-yard
19,
line. It'll be balanced.
14, sorry.
25 and taken
Big
down
good
by
hit by Peyton Tatum
Blazing Jones at the 29.
and Blazin' Jones
That was a lot better job by
and Elliott there, I believe.
down there and swarming to the ball.
A good job covering up there. They've been having really good success on kickoff return. Was able to stop them there.
It's tied it up against Robinson.
At 2 minutes, 25 seconds here in the second quarter. We'll see if Booneville can't get another stop here. They're lined up in trips with Taylor on the near side by himself on an island with Rand in the cross room.
3 wide now. Taylor has the
Little
ball up the middle. He's
trap
not gonna
there.
get much.
Taylor didn't get much on it.
Dunn
Looks like he's
Daniel
going to give him a yard.
got in there. So did Casey Matson. We're calling those two.
Matson and Dunn Daniel on that play there.
Arkadelphia
Dunn's making a lot of plays from his outside linebacker position.
Harding Academy now 21-0 over Center Point. So if these scores hold, we'll be headed to Searcy next week.
So Harding's up 21-0 over Center Point, as Chuck just mentioned.
Down, 9 yards to go.
The
Back to
pass,
quarterback.
Bland.
And he is getting
There's
the
a hold
flag.
and picked by Dax Goff. We'll see what he can do here.
35, not quite to the 35,
He gets
got
caught
to the
by
36,
52, which is Swain at 56. Tyler Smith.
The interception.
It's a 10-yard return there.
He was,
So they're going to decline the
somebody may have been thrown out of the game too.
penalty more than likely.
Let's see what we got. You have holding against Glen Rose. That will be declined.
Which it is. The first down Booneville from the 36-yard line. The minute 42 in the quarter. We'll see if we can't get another quick score here.
So
To
first
go
and
up
10
21
Bearcats at the
points.
Glen Rose 36-yard line.
Blanchett's near us, and Dunn is on the far side.
42 left.
Got Ross,
Half, Booneville still has a couple of timeouts if they need them.
Dax,
Rocky Ross in motion.
got Ryland, Randall on the carry rather.
Brendan will take it up the middle and down to the 32-yard line.
Got about a four-yard gain there.
Number 8
It's like-
on the stop, that's Cheney.
Let's see.
Number 3, Brandon Gray came the ball.
Got about
Herrera is the right
Second
halfback,
down
and
6.
Dax is the fullback right now.
And Davey Doole will switch sides.
So Blanchett's now split out to the far side near Glen Rose.
He's taking the lead on McGee.
Looks like he just splits the difference between the tackle and the sideline. Herrera in motion, the ball's dropped.
Ball and is
Randall was fortunately able to pick it up,
eat it. He still got about a yard out of it.
about a yard gain.
That's not that was a little bit unlike him.
Yeah, that's
Number 3, Brandon
he still
Gray
made
came
something
the
out
ball.
of nothing.
He's tackle number 25.
every time you drop the ball on the ground, it's a scary situation, but at least he got a yard out.
Yeah, Tyler Smith on the stop, bringing up 3rd down and 5.
Tyler Smith was there on the stop.
43 seconds left to play in the
40 seconds left here.
Still has a couple of timeouts. Ross in motion.
Randon on with the pitch. It's a bad decision there, but Ross is able. No, Glen Rose has got it.
That was a little bit of an ill-advised pitch there.
It's number 25 on the recovery.
Took the couple yard loss. Now Glen Rose has the ball.
Yeah, Glen Rose will get the ball. They have all 3
A little bit of a
timeouts.
hiccup there.
27 seconds
Got
left.
27 seconds left here.
Also, a flag has come in again late.
Still first down,
No,
Glen
no,
Rose.
they say first down, Glen Rose. No flag.
There's not a flag. So Glen Rose has got
left. Booneville turns it over.
all 3 of their timeouts left.
As I said, Glen Rose has
So
all
we'll
of their
see
timeouts
probably a fair amount of passing,
left.
probably close to their sideline.
Whitehall is on the board against Little Rock.
Got Bland in the backfield.
The Warriors still
Just
lead.
snap, he's rolling to the right.
No, it's
It's a
gonna be
little
ball
draw
by
to Taylor.
Well, Mr.
He's going to go
Ricks
straight
breaks
to
out
the
of the
sideline.
backboards, and Clyde Mail
I think
just
it's
leveled him, and that's gonna
late hit out of bounds is what it'll be by Plymel.
I could not
It was
tell,
an
to
iffy
be
play
honest,
there.
whether he was out of bounds or not.
It was close.
It's going to be 15 against the Bearcats.
That'll be about 15 yards added onto that run.
Welling checks out, and Rocky Ross is in at nose guard. Let's see where that will place the ball.
It'll be at the 48 yard line rather. 20 seconds left here in the half.
Rose hasn't called a timeout. Can't bank them. Of course, the ball went
So
out of bounds
twins
there,
to both
but
sides.
Beavers take a
Taylor's
timeout.
on the
There's
left.
Taylor in the backfield with quarterback Glen. 4 wide for the Beavers.
Taylor is singled out over here with
Bland to throw.
Brandon.
He has a
Bland on the
receiver.
throw
Nice
there.
catch by Taggart
As
at
in
4.
bounds, he's trying to take a timeout.
And now Glen Rose
with
will take a
13
timeout.
seconds
You're listening to
left.
Bearcat football on Cool
88
104.7.
on catch. Taggart, Haynes. Glen Rose going to take a timeout.
I think that was Franks on the reception there for about 8 yards. So we'll take a little break and come back after the timeout. You're watching Bearcat football.
9-7.
We're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Looks like they're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock to make it 15 seconds. It'll be 2nd and 2 with the normal twins with Taylor on the right. A hard count. It's a reverse pass. Back to 21, Taylor. Let's see if they'll be able to stop him. Yes. Another timeout here. It's like Hall on the stop. A little bit of trickery there. Let's see if they'll try to kick a field goal or go ahead and go for a touchdown here. They have 1 timeout left, but 4 seconds isn't enough to run 2 plays. We check some scores, see if they're any in. Harding Academy still leading Centerpoint 21-0 in the second quarter. Hoxie is still up over McGee 14-7, also in the second. And Newport is trailing Prescott by 7. It's 14-7 the second quarter as well. Like I said before, there's only 4 seconds left, so they only have enough time to run 1 play. Glen Rose did defer the coin toss, so they will receive the second half kick.
The pass that time came from McSpadden and it went to Connor Taylor.
It's like Taylor, C. Taylor's near the near side, near us. Bland back deep. He's going to be sacked by Ryland Ray and Casey Matson with the sack. So that'll end the second quarter. It'll end this half. It'll be 28-14 Booneville over Glen Rose. We're going to take a little break and let you enjoy the halftime show of our Bearcat marching band. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football.
Booneville Bearcats. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Booneville High School is proud to present our 2021 award-winning Booneville Bearcat Marching Band. Tonight, the band performs selections from their state competition halftime show, Adventure on the High Seas. Movement 1, High Seas Fantasy. Movement 2, Sea Shanty Battle. And Movement 3, Pirates of the Caribbean. Drum Major Ian Shackelford, is your band ready? You may embark on our halftime adventure. And trombone solos and Rhodes. the Booneville Bearcat Marching Band. The band is under the direction of directors Brian Rhodes and Angela Rhodes and color guard sponsor Karen Goff. These remarkable musicians competed in War Memorial Stadium on November 1st at the Arkansas State Marching Competition, where they earned 3rd place bronze medal. Way to go, Bearcat Band. Enjoy the rest of the game and go Bearcats!
We're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Turn my mic up a little bit. It's almost pegged out. But 8 minutes, about 30 seconds for halftime to be over. So we're going to do a little not score rundown. Stats rundown. So Glen Rose has about 33 plays of offense, about 239 yards total offense. And time of possession with 12 minutes and 34 seconds. Looks like they have 150 yards passing and 89 yards rushing. And they have lost one turnover and gained one. So that one was an interception. Well, we also had a fumble down about the 1 yard line. And bad pitch by Randon. They have 11 first downs, 1 penalty. They're 2 for 3, or 2/3 efficiency on 3rd down, which is really good. And they're 50% on 4th downs. Looks like Bland has 9 completions out of 11 attempts for 126 yards and 1 INT. And Glen also has Draven McSpadden, for 1 for 1 for 24 yards. Dalton Taylor has 66 yards rushing with 4.7 yards average with 14 attempts. Connor Taylor has 6 attempts with 18 yards, 3 yards average, 2 yards, with 2 touchdowns. See, receiving yards, Connor Taylor has 89 yards receiving with 17.8 average. Lane Franks has 28 yards with 1 reception for 28 for the average. And Taggart Haynes has 2 receptions for 20 yards for 10 average. Dawson Draper, number 63 for Glen Rose. He has 4 tackles, 1 solo. Connor Taylor, he's in second with 3 tackles with 2 solos. Braden Youngerman has 2.5 tackles, followed by Pugh with 2. Smith Roach, number 25, which you don't have a name, has 1.5 tackles. And then Dawson Jackson is 2 for 2 on extra points. Dalton Taylor has 2 attempts for kick returns for 79 yards, 39.5 yards average. And then Heath Balance has 2 attempts for 40 yards, 20 yards average. See how Booneville's fared. So Rand has 1 passing attempt, which was not completed. That was to Dunn over the middle. Rushing stats, Randon has 178 yards on the night with 13 attempts.
up in 7A.
and he's got 13.7 yards for the average.
They've gone to halftime at Bryant with the Hornets
See,
leading North Little Rock Wildcats 14.
according to Zach, Brandon only needs 94 yards to tie
Once again,
the record.
also of the
So currently he has 4,149 yards total rushing for his career.
Booneville Community Building located
So he's really close to breaking that record.
Booneville between 4th and 5th.
So Ryland has 2 attempts for 77 yards for 38 and a half average.
You can eat it in or you can take
Rocky's
it out.
next with 3 attempts for 51 yards
Leave there
and
hungry,
1
that's your own
touchdown.
fault.
And Dax Goff has 5 attempts for 11 yards with a 2.2 average. And Randon has 3 touchdowns on the night. Defensive stats, Goff and Matson both have 5 tackles. Dax has 3 solos and Matson has 4. Peyton Tatum has 3.5, and also Ryland Ray has 3.5. Dunn Daniel has 3, Plymel has 2.5, Hall 2. Goers, Herrera, and Welling all have 1.5. Brandon has 1 tackle. Rice and Jones both have half tackles. Pablo is 4 for 4 on his extra points.
They're the sole survivor out of that conference now.
Ryland has 1 punt for 28 yards, and Hall has 3 kick returns
Terrific job being done.
for 63 yards and averages 21. So Booneville total yardage, rushing yards is 317 yards. We have 10 first downs and 1 turnover, and we have 3 penalties for 35 yards.
Pool 104.7.
There's your quick stat rundown. We're going to take a little break. We have about 4 minutes and 10 seconds until halftime is over. Glen Rose did not bring their band, so Booneville finished fairly early. So we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. Got about a minute and 20 seconds left here. Halftime intermission. Glen Rose has made the run on the field. The Cats are walking down from the field house. So looking at scores from around the 3A, looks like Harding Academy is going to mercy roll center point. It's 35-0 at halftime.
Bearcats are making their way out of Kenneth Rickey Field.
Looks like Hoxie is actually beating McGee. It's 21-15 at halftime.
Going back to basketball today, not
Prescott's
Booneville
up
basketball, but
over Newport by 14. It's 28-7.
missing, former Southside
So Prescott score just updated us 32-7 over Newport, and that's now at halftime.
Unfortunately passed away this Wednesday, so anyone out there that might be listening that knows him, pass on our condolences to him and his family.
Let's see some other scores. Looks like Shiloh's up 14-0 over Rivercrest. Lamar and Robinson are now tied, and that's in the second quarter. Arkadelphia is up over Crossett 28-7. And Warren is leading Stuttgart 9-7. That's in the second quarter as well. So the final seconds are ticking off for halftime intermission. The Cats are now on their way to warm up. So we'll take a little break and we'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. Welcome to the second half of Booneville versus the Glen Rose Beavers. For touchdown joining us 28-14, Booneville over Glen Rose. Looks like Booneville's going to kick off to start the second half. So we'll have Pablo to kick off for Booneville. So we'll have balance and both Taylor and Taylor deep. Looks like Balance and Taylor switch sides. Now Balance is on the far side. We'll see if they slipped him in there to try to get a kick to him. Pablo's looking. Looks like they're probably going to kick to number 2, Balance. Probably deep right. It appears the winner of this game will get to travel to Searcy, play the Wildcats. About the 12-yard line, Balance receives it. Blancett turned it back in there. Done Daniel on the stop there, down to about the 40.
Again, balance is fine.
So Glen Rose will take over there. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 40.
That other teams aren't taking advantage of.
Had depleted 7 seconds off the
Perspective
clock.
up here, it's not huge holes. They're just finding a little crease in the bunched up form right there and making something out of nothing.
Yes. It'll be Bland back in at quarterback.
So Bland is back at quarterback. You have 25 as a H-back.
25 the H-back and 3 wide for the Beavers. Now
He goes in motion now. We'll look for a little trap here to pass. One-on-one coverage.
It is in. Did he catch it? They say he did.
I'm not so sure if he did catch it, but
For Taggart over on the
Taggart with the catch there, reception.
mark at the Booneville 33.
Brings it down to Booneville 33.
Not according to the official, he did. If he
It's a
caught
haul
it,
on the
that's a really good catch.
Yes, it
the
was.
coverage there.
A
He
couple
sort of
good
tripped there,
catches, Taggart.
trying to make a play on the ball.
3 wide. Taggart lined up on the far side.
Like 25 is going to be H-back to the far side.
Connor Taylor
He's
on
going to go
this
in
side
motion.
with
The twins to the near side. There's a
giving
little
it
trap
to
to Taylor.
and will be stopped at the
This
30-yard line. That's
the-
that's Dalton Taylor. Lionel and others. Welling.
Like Welling on the stop there.
Middle. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 30-yard line.
The same formation.
Same formation, 2 wide to this side, 1 to the other.
Like
Blaine gets the snap, gives it to Taylor up the middle,
a
and
little counter there. Taylor on the carry.
stopped again by Welling. Got it to the
Welling on
38,
there.
gets it back
Matson
to
and
Dalton.
Dax Goff as well.
So it'll be 3rd down, about 5. Johnny Barnes will come
Barnes
in
is
for
coming in
the
for
checkout.
Welling. At 10:40 left in the quarter.
10:38 left, 3rd quarter. 28-14 Bearcats, but Glen Rose is inside.
Same
the
formation
30.
again.
On 3rd down and 5, same formation. Glen Rose looks like they're changing the play.
Looks like we're playing a little bit of a different coverage now.
Then Daniel tries to pinch
Good
inside.
pass. A
Going down.
little draw to Taylor.
Daniel had him.
Evaded
Taylor
Dunn
got the play,
Daniel.
and he may score 10, 5.
It was a
Glen
touchdown by
Rose.
Taylor for Glen Rose.
They had him in the backfield, too.
Brings it 28 to 20.
Exactly right, but
10:08
Dalton
left in
Taylor
the quarter.
managed to get away from him. It's 28 to 20. We didn't think this would be an easy ball game, and it is not.
Any game with Glen Rose is definitely going to be a ball game, especially
Jackson to do the PAT.
Jackson to kick the point after, Taggart to hold. That came with
Taggart's
10:08
holding.
left in the 3rd quarter. Snap is back, and the kick is up.
Kicks
and the
up.
kick is good.
It appears to be good. It's 28-21. 10:08 left in the quarter. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. Jackson to kick off for the Beavers. Like Hall and Ross are deep for the Cats. There's a whistle.
Jackson will be kicking it off for Glen Rose.
It's a little
It's
squib
onside.
kick.
And I think Glen Rose
Bland
come
sit.
up with it.
Bobbled it.
That was
The
a
officials
pretty
saying
well designed
first
kick. Give
down,
him credit. That was a
Glen
very
Rose.
well designed onside kick.
I even thought they were going to kick it deep. And then
Coming up with it, number 8. That's Gage Cheney for the
White hat
Beavers.
signals
They
first
keep
down,
the
Glen
ball
Rose.
at
To be at the
49.
49 of Booneville.
Now it is imperative that Booneville come up with a stop, or we're going to have a tie game coming down the stretch.
Not sure if that was designed.
Cody Elliott checks in. Dunn Daniel is out.
However, that was a good job on Glen Rose to get on the ball.
Onside kick. If it was, he did a really good job of faking it, but it kind of looked like it came off the side of his foot.
Let's see if Booneville can get a stop here. H-back on the right. They're running counter or outside zone there.
This time, Rollin
With Ryland on the stop, the 2-yard loss.
Great play by Ryland to take down Dalton Taylor back in.
It was a good job by Ryland to follow that pulling guard, get that stop.
Second down and 13.
At 9:43 left in the quarter.
I think after that one, he ain't going to let that happen again.
No way. Too wide to this side. That's
Like twins to the right,
Taylor along with
single on the other side with the H-back.
the H-back is 25.
There's the same play. It's blocked by Goers. Way to get tall.
He about got rewarded even bigger right there.
He almost ended up with the interception there. That was a good play by Goers, coming off being the free man. Way to be tall, cause problems.
You can't get to the passer, get your hands up. It's kind of uses basketball experience too. Be third down, 13 to go.
Got twins, pass
Glen back to throw. Has a
over the middle.
It's knocked down by
Dax with
Basketball.
the block, pat down.
That's the outside kick.
That was a good play by Dax, being in no man's land there.
Great job, Mason Gore's on the last play, knocking the ball down in the back.
They'll bring up 4th and 13.
Swapping it away this time. Great
And Glen Rose likes to do a little quick kick
on that last one, too.
with their quarterback.
4 wide. The quarterback is also the punter.
So we have 4 wide.
Correction, Rocky Ross is deep.
It's a high snap,
Kind of a rugby style punt. May have been
not a
partially
very good
blocked.
kick.
It's going to roll inside the
Ferreira lets it roll. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. That was a good rush by Randon.
There's a few Bearcat defenders back
At 9:19 here in the third. So Booneville will take over at the 14.
on 1st and 10.
See if Booneville can't start a
Backed up before Randon Ray took care of that.
long methodical drive here to eat up most of this quarter.
So 1st and 10,
Blanchett's going to be split out to the near side,
yard line, their own.
and Daniels on tight end at the right.
This side of the field. Ryland Ray is the fullback, Ross and Goff the halfback.
Dax is a right halfback, and
Dax will
Ryland
motion.
will get the carry there.
Give it to Ryland. He doesn't get much. He got it out to the 16-yard line, maybe. So 2nd down, about 8. 82 on the stop for Glen Rose.
Number 82 there on the stop. Roach. And also Sage Pugh. 8:56
Fire hydrant, 5'8", 164, hard nosed
here
player.
in the quarter. Blanchett switches sides, and now Dax is also going to split out that side.
It'll be same
And Ross is
down
going to
65 as Dax joins
go to the wing on the right-hand side.
along with Glen's. On 2nd down and 8. Okay, Randon will try
So
to take it up the middle.
Randon up the middle there.
Glen, and I think if number
It's a good
11,
play off of midline there,
Colin Carter does not take
making
it
out of something out of nothing.
he goes to this.
There's a very good chance of that one.
That's number 11 on the stop there, Carter.
It's a great job by Randon to make
First down for the Cats.
Indeed, 1st down.
Blanchett and Dunn trade sides again.
And it unofficially takes Randon up to 186 yards on the night.
8-10
8-11
in the
go
quarter.
In the 3rd quarter, 28-21, Booneville leading Glen Rose.
Ross in the motion. That was a busted play there.
That one, no.
Somebody went the wrong
Looks
direction.
like there was some miscommunication there.
It looked like it was supposed to be like a counterish type play.
both ran into each other.
Ryland
So I'll
ended
bring up 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11 rather.
40 yards, 2nd down and 11.
Clock still ticking away. 7:35. Blanchett's to the near side and Dunn's on the right.
Ross in motion.
The sweep to
Pitchback.
Ross.
Ross.
Good little move there.
Gonna be taken
Slipped
down
by
number
6.
12, that is Lane Franks.
Frank's on the stop there.
And he, Rocky
Brings up 3rd down. Somebody able to gain about a yard there. Dax is coming out. Herrera's in. Ross is now coming out. Dax is going back in.
Coming off the field, Dax Goff comes in for him.
Dunn Daniel and Blanchett switch sides again. So Blanchett's on the far side, Dunn's on the near.
Daniel, the tight end on this side. So Goff and Herrera will be the halfbacks this time. They bring Herrera in motion.
Right, pitch to Herrera. He's got around the corner. Can he outrun him? Down to the 40. Blanchett with a good block. He cuts over. He gets caught by number 21, Taylor. That was a huge play right there.
Yes, we've talked about that all year long. Race Blanchett is a great blocker out from the wide receiver position. That one goes for 62 yards.
It was a good block by Blanchett, able to get him a few more yards there.
Bearcats at the Glen Rose 15.
We'll take over at the 15-yard line.
Shallow Christian's up 21-0 over Rivercrest. And Maggot Cove.
It's like Blanchett's on the far side.
29-7 over Fordyce.
They may have the number.
Ryland on the
and gets absolutely nothing.
carry there.
It was number 5, Pugh again on the stop.
Number 82, Roach, and Pugh on the stop.
Play, 2nd down and 10.
No gain. Blanchett and Dunn switch sides again.
Just hit Lamar with 3 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter. 35-14 Senators.
Got 5:44 in the quarter.
5:41 left.
So quarterback design sweep there
He's inside
by
the
Randy.
10,
Slipped
inside
off
5,
another
and he's
tackle.
inside the end zone.
Touchdown, Bearcats.
How many debuts did he get there?
Comes with 5:33 left to quarter number 3. Brings it up 34-21 over Beavers.
He just blew through.
Yes, unofficially that will take Randy over 200 yards for the night.
He's really good at getting small and going through some tiny holes. Slipping off tackles there. Pablo Ferrer for the kick. High snap. Kicks up.
As always, that is good.
It's good. Brings the total to 35. The Bearcats lead 35-21 with 5.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Bearcat football. Pablo's going to kick from the 40. They keep switching all their guys around, so now balance is deep middle, and both Taylors are on each side. I think they're trying to make him kick to one of the Taylors rather than balance. Both Taylors had a lot of success on the kickoff returns. We'll see where Pablo kicks it. Looks like he does kick it in the middle, sort of. So it's muffed by Taylor. So everybody stays in their lanes, will be okay. Looks like Peyton Tatum on the stop there. They'll take over at the 25.5-yard line there.
Beckville, who's 12-0, and in the 3rd quarter they are tied 21-21.
Yes, I took notice of this during the week, and I thought that may be a tough game for the Bears, and so it
Got Twins.
And I'll give you another.
And Taylor on the right side of Bland. Looks like he changed the play.
Yeah, Bland is the quarterback with Taylor.
Pass here over the middle.
He has a man over the middle.
Number 88, ball's on the ground. Peyton Tatum recovers.
Casey Matson poked it out this time.
That was Roach on the, sorry, that was 88. Haynes on the reception. Coughed it up there.
Once again, Booneville
So they'll take over at the 43-yard line of Glen Rose.
Peyton Tatum recovered.
Yeah, there was great coverage.
So let's see if Booneville can capitalize
When Madsen pokes it out, that
on
was
this
a great
turnover.
job.
Goes with 5 minutes and 24 seconds in the third quarter.
Whitehall has taken the lead against Little Rock Creek at 21-14 third.
Tucker missing a halfback. So
Brooks
Herrera's coming in.
a little bit late at halfback. You'll join Dax Goff there. Ryland
So
is
Dax will be
the
left
quarterback.
halfback, Ryland fullback.
Side of the field
Herrera's
split
the
out,
right
covered
halfback.
by Cheney.
Blanchett's
First
near
and 10
side.
from the Glen Rose 43.
So it'll be like a quarterback sweep.
Oh,
He's getting loose.
Now he got out of there. 40,
Taylor
35,
on the stop,
down to the 30. Wow.
along with number 9,
Got out of there.
Youngman.
He hit the
He hit the B button.
He's extra slippery tonight, folks. He's running real hard, making good decisions.
Booneville's trying to put this one away. First
That
and
brings up a
10
new set of
Glen
downs.
Rose 30. So winning the turnover battle is paramount in a game like this, and that's what Booneville's doing. That's 3 turnovers they forced. First and 10.
Blanchett and Dunn are both on the same side of the far.
Brandon gets the snap. Gets
So
it to
Ryland on the
He'll pick
carry.
up about 2. Number 63 on the stop for Glen Rose, Dawson Draper.
About a 2-yard gain there.
Officially, I have him now for 80 yards. They've been a little tough to come by since that big 73-yard burst.
Yeah, ever since that 73-yard burst, Glen Rose is doing a better job of
It's the same formation. Blanchett Dunn on the right.
Lands it on the right, wide out. Dax in motion.
The
He'll
sweep
get
with
hit
Dax.
far
He
side.
cuts.
And he's not going to get
Number
anywhere.
12
Dax
for the
will
first
maybe
contact.
lose a yard. It'll be third down. They're going to say he lost a yard on the play.
Frank's on the stop for the first contact there. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. It's also third and 9.
Franks on the stop.
Blanchett
Third
splits
and 9.
to the near
Lansing's
side.
gonna come to this side of the field.
Dunn's on the
4
right.
minutes left in the third quarter, and
Got
Booneville enjoying a
11 on the play
35-21
clock.
lead. That's close to the El Dorado Marion score, which is 35-20.
Pass here. He's wide open.
And
Blanchett was wide open too.
come up with it.
That was a good play by Goff to try to go up and get
Race
that.
was wide open on the other side.
But man,
He
Blanchett was
ran it
wide
out.
open.
Dax was the receiver who had
My guess is it
coverage.
was supposed to go to
Number 41
Dax, so that's where he
Dax
threw it.
got both hands on it,
But
couldn't reel
man,
it in. So fourth
Nobody
down
was on him.
9,
So
Rocky
it brings up
Falls
4th and
comes
9.
in, and Dax will come out.
So Blanchett is going to be on the near side. 8 seconds on the play clock, and they're going to take a timeout.
By the Bearcats. We'll take it with them. You're listening to
So we'll take a
Bearcat
break.
football.
We'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. Back here at Bearcat Stadium with 3:47 left to play in the third quarter. It's 35-21 Booneville over Glen Rose. It's 4th and 9.
4th and 9 for the Cats.
Herrera in motion, trying to draw him off sides. We're going to see what play to run here.
4th and 9. Herrera back in motion.
So a little option play.
An option pitch. Great
Herrera's got good blocks.
And you'll have the first down, Will Brooks.
Looks like they're going to get the first down by a yard.
Over here on the edge by Dax Goff.
Blanchett with a good block, and so had a good block. Dax Goff,
Right there. Great job by Dax to get that block.
3:35.
Yeah, that's
The clock is running.
14 yards. He's unofficially up to 76 on the night. First and 10 Cats.
Blanchett's going to split out to the near side. Dunn's going to be on the right.
Now it's taken
The far.
against the Warren Lumberjacks 14-9 third quarter. First and 10 Booneville. They give it up. No. Yeah, they do
Be
give it up the middle.
Ryland up the middle.
And he'll get to the 11-yard line.
About the 11.
Off the bottom, number 9, Braden Young.
Number 9, Youngman on the stop.
I'm going to say only 3 yards, so second down and 7. Booneville needs the 5-yard line.
We've been able to gash them pretty steadily. So we should be able to get a good run. Palmel's coming in for a heavy set on the right. Look for a sweep here.
Lanes to this side, Dax in motion.
Which it is.
He gets the pitch.
The Dax on the pitch.
He'll be short of the first
About
down
a
by a
4-yard
couple of
gain.
yards.
Number 21, Taylor on the stop there.
Taylor on the stop. It's going to be third down and 2.
Bring up 3rd and 2. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Clock taken away here in the third.
11 left in the third quarter. Booneville
On the 7-yard line.
and they want more. They need to negotiate third down and 2. They need
Palmel
the
stays
5-yard
in the heavy set.
Herrera in motion.
Randon up the middle. We're going to get a flag.
There is a flag on the play
Looks
back
like
at the 12-yard line.
half the O-line moved a tad early.
Ball start against the Cats. Now it's going to bring up
So
third
back
and
them up
7.
5. Bring up 3rd and 7. Ball on the 12.
This half so far, I believe that's the first penalty on us. But yeah,
So the fourth penalty tonight
ball game
will be
like
for 40
this
yards now.
in the future, we're definitely going to have to clean up.
Yeah, well, yes, that one cost us a touchdown.
Palmel stays
We'll
in.
see what Booneville has on 3rd and 7. Ball is now back at the
At the
12
play
yard
clock's at the 6, so I'll have to hurry and get this off. Herrera in motion. Brandon on the
Same
keeper
play.
again.
Nothing doing for Brandon there, maybe a yard, and we may see Pablo Ferreira, and we are going to see.
Pablo's going to come
Ferreira
on for the
field goal.
attempt.
Number 3, Randy Gray came the ball.
For-
Tackled by 56, Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith on the stop for Glen Rose.
Ball at the 11.
Bring up 4th and 6. The ball's at the 11. It'll be about a 28-yard field goal.
Ferreira on the hold.
Good snap.
The kick is up. Does
Kicks
he have
up.
enough length? It's going to be wide.
Wide
anyway.
right. He got a little
So
underneath
Glen Rose
it.
picks up a stop.
No good, leaving the score Booneville 35.
So Glen Rose will take over at the Booneville 11.
Looks like we got
Scratch that. Glen Rose
He
11.
still had the length, but it went wide to the right. So Glen Rose denies the Bearcats points on that drive. He'll
So,
take over at the 21st
20.
and 10 for the Beavers.
So it looks like they're going to be in a wildcat formation, right? Nope. Scratch that. Bland's going to come in as a quarterback.
That's a good game. 22.
Taylor's going to be near us. The halfback Taylor is be on the right. Twins both sides. Little zone play here right up the middle.
That is Dalton Taylor.
It's Cody Elliott on the stop there.
Elliott makes the tackle. At the
Bring up
23
second,
yard line, brings
about
up
7.
down to 7.
Got 38 seconds left in the third quarter.
We'll have to run another play. They bring it 4 wide.
The same formation.
Dalton Taylor in the backfield with the quarterback Glen,
It's a
who wants to
pass.
throw. Up the middle,
There's Dax
quarterback's
bringing
open.
up pressure.
Got it.
He got him for the sack.
Back at the 14-yard line.
That was a good play by Dax. Gripping his arm up and through the O-line's arms, getting away from him. Got 10 seconds on the game clock. Be a 9-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 16 when we come back. It'll be on the opposite 14-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a small break. We'll be back. You're watching Bearcat football. back here at Bearcat Stadium. Bearcats lead the Glen Beavers 35-21. Into the third quarter, there's a 9-yard loss by a sack from Dax Goff. So it brings up 3rd and 16 with the ball on the 14. So they're all split up tight with trips on the right. Looks like he's going to do a little bubble route. He get hit as he hit. Dax Goff comes up with it. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. His second INT of the night comes with 11:50 left in the fourth quarter. Brings the score 41-21. With Pablo to do the PAT. Cade Smith to do the long snapping. And Herrera to hold. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. Brings it 42-21. Booneville over Glen Rose. All the scorers have not updated from Fearless. Let's see. Anything. They are all the same. However, Shiloh Christian's up 21-0 over Rivercrest. That's in quarter number 3. Whitehall is beating Little Rock Christian 21-14. Greenwood is up over Little Rock Parkview 27-21. And PA is up 29-7 over Greenbrier. Pablo to kick off from the 40. Looks like Balance is in the deep middle with Taylor's on both sides of him. So he tries to kick the Balance, but it's a short kick at the 11 to Taylor. He finds his way through there with Cade Smith on the tackle out to the 36-yard line.
Taylor on the return. He's had number 23.
See, looks like they're going to run like a wildcat, so 7 is out, Bland. So Connor Taylor is a quarterback. They're going to sweep to the right. Everybody string it out and turn it back in, which they do. It's like Goers is over there. It's an injured Glen Rose player on the far side.
Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Bearcat Football on Cool 104.7.
We're going to take a small break. We'll be back. You're watching Bearcat Football. Appears the
Let's
ambulance
take
is having
about
to come over.
2 minutes and let's see what's going on. Take a 2-minute break. You're
So,
listening to Bearcat football.
Say a quick prayer for the guy out there on the field. Don't know his number, but we'll continue to take a break. We have 11:36 left in the fourth quarter. The paramedics still tending to the young man on the field.
I'll tell you what. They've been in competition this week. They've picked up a second place in Alma. Scotty Pierce just came up and gave us a thumbs up. It's like they're about to get this young man off the field. We certainly hope that any injury he might have is not that serious.
So he's now going off the field.
So we're going to get back to action shortly at the
So we'll be back playing shortly.
1-yard line. Glen Rose will have second down and 6. We got an update that Center Point got into the end zone with about 5 minutes left. It's 35-7 Harding Academy, and McGee has taken the lead against Hoxie. 22-21 third quarter.
Like he's finally in the ambulance.
And Robinson has put it away.
So we'll probably have to wait for the ambulance to make the lap. And then we'll continue play.
Robinson in the end too much speed.
It's like Center Point finally scored against Harding Academy. So it's now 35-7. They have 2 minutes,
And now Shiloh is blowing out River
1
Crest.
minute,
It's
15 seconds left in their game.
And Whitehall, this is a big surprise. 24 now to 14 over Little Rock Christian.
Let's see.
Greenwood
Hoxie and
pulled one
McGee.
now from
Hoxie is
Parkview,
losing now to
22-21
McGee
Bulldogs.
by 1 point. It's now 22-21 McGee over Hoxie.
We're still
It's like
waiting
Robinson's
for-
blowing out Lamar now. It's
still
49-14,
waiting to get back to action here.
quarter number 4.
All the players still milling around. They may be waiting for the ambulance to leave.
Shiloh's opened up their lead. It's now 41-0 over Rivercrest. Now we're continuing play. It's 2nd and 6. Bland is in the backfield. That's going to be a pass, a deep pass to, as a INT by Brooks Herrera.
45.
See if he'll get around the edge here. He does not.
Take it down at the
He goes down to the 47.
And we're gonna have,
There's going to be a flag.
because there was a horse collar.
So add 15 onto the play there. A little bit of a horse collar.
Hold up. My body hurts already just watching that.
Yes, number 11, Carter was the young man took him.
It looks like he's going to be
down,
okay.
and Booneville's going to get 15 more on a horse collar. That'll take it down to the Glen
Brooks is
Rose
gonna come
33-yard line. Trace Hall will come
Trace
in
will replace him.
at halfback.
It's like Dax will be the other halfback. Ryland the fullback.
Island,
So mark off 15.
is the fullback. Axoff will be the halfback.
The Cats will take over at the
So
33-yard line.
33-yard line, Glen Rose territory.
After the penalty to be first and 10 for
11:24
Booneville
left
at
in
the
the
Glen
game.
Rose 33-yard line.
So 11 minutes and 24 seconds.
Unofficially, Randon Ray is now up to 17 carries,
Wha-
215 yards.
So Blansett and Dunn are both on the right-hand side. It's a sweep
Motion
to
gets the
Goff
ball.
right up the
30,
middle.
25, 20,
He outrun him, and he does.
Touchdown, Bearcats.
Touchdown, Cats.
Drive for the 33 yards for Booneville Bearcats score.
It'll be 48-21, pending the PAT.
Yes, second touchdown for Dax. He got the big six just a few minutes ago. 48-21.
Dax has had a really good game tonight, defensively and offensively.
Ferreira
2 picks,
going after with Herrera holding.
1 return for a touchdown, and now a running sweep for a touchdown. Pablo Ferreira for the kick. Good snap and a good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. We make it 49-21. The Cats over the Beavers. So 11-17 left in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. We're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Hit the camera there.
Oops.
So Pablo's to kick off from the 40.
Ferrer about to tee it up and kick off. We have some.
McGee went up another score, 30-21 over Hoxie. That's in the 4th quarter.
Has now taken a 2-score lead over Hoxie. That's
Prescott's
30
leading Newport 46-7. That's in the 3rd quarter.
21-16,
I believe the Harding Academy score is final, so it should be 35-7. Pablo kicks it to the halfback, Taylor. He's right up the middle. He's loose. See if Trace will be able to tackle him. He's forced out of bounds at the 39.
Trace Hall, and Trace has saved a couple of touchdowns.
Continue, Dalton Taylor, the Beavers trying to
Glen Rose has got a really, really good kickoff return.
Got it into Booneville territory. They're going to mark it at the 38.
He's able to get it at the 39, so he'll take over there. 11:06 left in the 4th quarter.
Parkview's in the end zone, but they still tell Greenwood by 2 touchdowns.
Looks like they're going to go Wildcat here with with Connor Taylor as quarterback. We'll look for a heavy run here.
This is the running quarterback for the
So it'll sweep to balance on the right. Dax with the initial hit. Tackled by 4 other guys. Done. Ryland as well. Brings up 2nd and 11.
That went back to the 40-yard line. 2nd down, about, they're going to call it 2nd and 11. Taggart to this side of the field.
The same formation, Wildcat.
The other side.
Like a pass. He's looking for 88. That was a
Incomplete. Misfire
off.
on the part of
A little short there on the pass.
Taylor, who wants interference, none called. Taggart, the intended
And Haynes.
recovered by Trace Hall.
Yeah, that was a good no call.
Haynes was the initial guy.
And it was open zone.
Was the initial receiver there.
Glen Rose.
Brings up 3rd and 11. The clock stopped at 10:25.
Trace Hall did a great job covering.
Ball on the 40. Looks like Bland's going to come back in as quarterback.
Bland is back in at
They're going to go trips to the left.
We'll have Dalton Taylor to his left.
Taylor's going to be on the left. Connor Taylor is by himself on an island on the far side. Big pass. So bubble route to Taylor. Goers stopped him, turned it back in. Dax Goff on the stop along with Ryland. So it brings it 4th down.
4th down and 8.
They're probably going to have to go for it since they're down 49-21. They're also in no man's land.
4th and 8 for the Beavers. Probably their last chance.
So it brings up 4th down and 8 yards. It's Twins with Taylor on the left.
9:50 left.
C. Taylor's on the high side.
Throw.
He's looking over the middle to 11, and it's bobbled and on the ground. It's an incomplete pass. That's turnover and downs. The Cats take over at the 37.
That one I had to wait till the end of the play because it looked like he had it, then dropped it. And Brooks was right there and didn't know who hit it.
Yes, he juggled the ball, Carter, and just as he was about to gain control, Brooks knocked it away from him. So Booneville takes over on downs at their own 37, 1st and 10. Lands it will split out to the wide side of the field. 1st and 10.
So Dax in motion.
Dax in motion.
Ryland on the carry there.
Has it. 40,
There he goes.
45,
Down to the 50.
and still going
Carrying
to the
2 guys with him.
36-yard line.
It's
Good
number
hard
8.
nose running back.
Number 63, H. Cheney. 63 is Draper.
Legs moving. He had 2 or 3 defenders on him. But great job by Ryland.
Now, I have him now and officially 100 yards even on the night on 8 carries. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats.
And Ryland's coming out. So Dax is going to take over fullback duty.
Trace Hall is one halfback. Brooks Herrera the other one.
Herrera's the right halfback and Hall is the left. Blancett's on the far side. Little mess up there.
Ran in this time, and he
Random
has nowhere
trips.
to go, and he'll just fall down at the 49.
So he's going to be down at the 49. That's a loss of a yard.
They're going to call it the 48, lost a yard there.
It'll be 2nd and 12. 2-yard loss.
Still a good job by Brandon to hold on to the ball and try to make something out of it.
Trace Hall is out. Rocky Ross is back in on 2nd down and 11 from the 48.
Like Ross replaces Hall. Lance is going to be split to the far side and Dunn's going to be on the near side. 8.5 minutes left in the game.
Brooks Herrera in motion. Give it to and whistle stops the play.
Be a false start
False start gonna be
against
called
the Cats.
Bearcats are going to take it back into their own territory. Blazin Jones now is in the game, taking out Blanton.
Blaines and Jones is coming in for Blancett. He'll be split out to the far side.
Waiting for the play.
And Dunn will be on the near side.
Booneville won. I've not
8
called
minutes and
Paul Pugh's name a lot.
7
Booneville
seconds.
doing a lot better job on him this half.
So up the middle with Brandon, I think it was a busted play. He's carrying guy. He's carrying number 11, Carter. It's back to the original line of scrimmage, so I'll bring up 3rd and 10 on the 46-yard line.
Gave a ride down the inside the 50-yard line at the 46, 3rd down and 10. 6 yards gained on the play.
Let's see what the Cats dial up. They're looking for somebody. I think they're going to let the play clock run out. They're going to probably call a timeout here. And they will. Be timeout at 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game. Booneville over Glen Rose 49-21. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. Welcome back to Bearcat Stadium, where Booneville leads Glen Rose 49-21. It's 3rd and 10 with 7:17 left in the game. Looks like we're going to run a counter with Rocky Ross. Makes about 2 yards of gain. Like number 9 on the stop. Youngman. Bring up 4th down for the Cats. Looks like we're going to elect a punt. Cade Smith is coming out to snap. Ryland's going to punt. The clock is going to continue to run. There's 6:45 left in the game. So C. Taylor is back deep. They'll probably try to kick it away from him or kick it out of bounds, one of the two. It's a low punt at the 19-yard line. Glen Rose will take over there at the 19. 6:26 left in the game. Looks like Stuttgart is over Warren. It's 29-22. That's in the 4th quarter. Greenwood has gone up 42-28 over Little Rock Parkview.
At the 19-yard line, Johnny Barnes is coming on to play the line. 4-man line for the Cats this time.
Zone play there at the middle. There's nothing doing.
Guess who?
Dax Goff with another stop there. Playing all over the field tonight.
We called his name Summer in the first half of defense, but it's like second half. I don't know what got into him, but I'm glad it got into him.
Yes, Cameron Osborne now on.
Osborne coming in. Like a pass here. Oh, it's a draw. He trips. The clock's continuing to run. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. Bland's going to stay as a quarterback. 25 is going to be our H-back on the far side. Twins over there as well. Bland gone over to Taylor. Oh, a little bubble route. Goers on the protection, not really protection, but coverage. So the clock stops at 5:14. Bring up 4th and 2 on their own 27-yard line. The same
That's gone final, 24
same formation.
14.
Be a little quick
Glen
pass to
throws.
88.
Taggart has the ball, and Trace Hall
Hall
has
on the
Taggart.
quick
I think he will have a first down, though.
quick
right?
contact, but not before he got the 2 yards they needed.
Marty Kennedy has
That was Haynes on the reception.
They win 35-7. Robinson beats Lamar 49-14.
Clock's going to wind.
Shiloh Christian has beaten
We have
Rivercrest
5
41-7.
minutes left in the game.
4:59 left in the game, and in all likelihood, we will see seeing you in Searcy next week.
Twins. Good pass here,
Glen,
right over the middle.
and it was almost intercepted by her.
Herrera almost had his second INT tonight. Went through his hands.
More than Frank's over the middle.
So the clock's going to stop 4:48.
And he knows it too. He too might have had a pick six. Welling comes off. Johnny Barnes is in. Rylan Ray is also out.
Welling's knee brace
Placed by Cody
fell
Elliott.
down, so he's going to have to make some adjustments there.
4 wide for the Beavers. 2nd and 10. Bland to
Pass, Bland up,
throw. Offset
going to
over,
11.
and
The high
it's
point,
knocked down
nobody got
again.
it.
Race blends it this
Number
time.
11's the intended target, Carter. Blants it
He
on the
wanted
coverage
Carter at about the 49
with Herrera over the top.
But Blansett this time is the one who knocked it down.
Bland is going to come out.
Blazin Jones.
Jones is going to
coming
replace him.
in to relieve Race. On 3rd down and 10 from the Glen Rose 30.
Looks like they're going to go trips to the right.
4:42 left in the game. Glen Rose does have all 3 timeouts. 4 wide, 3 to the other side, and 1
There'll be
to
a
the side
pass
of
here.
Taggart. Bland throws
Over
it.
the side,
He overshot his
misses.
target.
Some
That was
extracurricular
Connor
activity
Taylor.
going on. The official did not call a penalty.
So it'll be 4th and 10.
So it's going to bring up 4th and 10.
And Glen Rose
Looks
is
like
gonna
they're going
punt
to
this
try
one
to
away,
punt.
surprisingly. I tell you, I would be ready for a fake.
Got 4 minutes, 38 seconds left in the game.
Punter as well.
Got
I'd be
15 on the
very
play
wary,
clock.
and Booneville has sent nobody back.
Nobody's deep.
He will
So
kick it.
rugby style punt. That's a good punt
It'll
too.
hit at the 34, roll inside the 30.
Roll down
inside
to the
25,
25-yard
down
line.
to 20, right around the 24-yard line. 4:26 left.
Have 4 minutes, 26 seconds now.
Philadelphia 49, cross it 21.
A little surprising maybe as to the margin. McGee is putting away Hoxie now. 38-21 for the
McGee
Owls.
has scored again.
1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the 25-yard line.
It's 38-21 over Hoxie.
Fordyce just got on the board again. And the PAT is 29 to 20.
That one's coming down to cases. Peyton Tatum is the quarterback.
So Peyton Tatum
Bryce
replaces
Hall, Herrera,
Randon.
the halfbacks, and Cody Elliott, the fullback. Give it to Cody up the middle, and he'll get about 2 yards.
Yeah, about 2 yards there on the
He's
carry.
still not down. And whoa.
Getting a little
That was a little extracurricular activity
excited
on the
down
far
there.
but I'm surprised the flag wasn't thrown on that.
Youngman on the stop.
But at least they've been consistent. They've mostly ignored all of that. I will give the officials that. They've been pretty well consistent on not calling the extracurricular activities.
Yeah, there's definitely been some questionable ones, but the refs, especially in the second half,
They're letting it wind down.
better job
We
than
got
I
6 seconds on the play clock.
did. Overall, they've done a pretty good job.
I think so too.
They're going to end up taking a timeout.
Doc Crowley's going to take another timeout. and
So
we'll
with
take this
3:38 left in the 4th quarter, we're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching Bearcat football. back here at Bearcat Stadium. Peyton Tatum is the quarterback.
All right.
We're going to do
Ty
two
Stanley's
splits.
in the game wide at the far side. They're gonna bring
Paul
Trace
in motion. Cody Elliott on the carry there up the middle.
And
He's
is
got
still
more
going,
than a
and he
first
has
down.
First down. Boy, Cody Elliott runs big.
Yeah, Cody
About a
Elliott's
10-yard
another one
gain
of them
there.
guys that's not really that big, but he runs like he should be.
We're going to wind the clock.
First down.
I think Purple Rain's about to play, Ethan.
I've been waiting to hear that all day.
Then we'll get to the 37-yard line.
Cheerleaders are certainly lined up for it. Yep.
Purple Rain's finally starting to play here.
Wednesday, they got purple.
Got 3 minutes left in the game. We're going to split out both sides.
Jones will be to this side. Blazing Jones to the far side. Scantling out. Trace all in motion. Give it up the middle.
Right up the middle with Elliott. Not a lot doing, but he did fight for a few more yards.
Fell forward for a yard or two.
He got 2 yards on the carry there.
Glen Road. That's Carter Dane, 6'1", 330.
Number 32, Cody Elliott on the carry again. He picks up 2
Second
yards.
down and
It's
8
7-8.
for Booneville. 2:37 left in the game. Desmond Connolly's going to get some playing time now. He'll split out to this side. Blazing Jones to the other side. On second down and 8.
Second and 8.
Give it to Elliott again, and he gets outside the 40 to the 41. Number 12 on the stop. That's Warren Franks.
That was Garrett
So
Barr on
Booneville
the
will be
carry.
heading up to Searcy next
Number
week to play
24,
Harding
Gain
in
of
Garrett
1.
Ball up the middle.
2 minutes
the semifinals.
here
Looks like
2-yard
McGee
gain, 3rd and
with
6.
49-21 Booneville over Glen Rose.
is Scott Hoxie, and they'll be playing
Brings up
Preston
third
in the
and
next
about
round.
6.
And that's going to be a that's going to be a knockdown.
Scantley
bracket.
coming in with a play.
Owens up
And Conley coming out.
38-24 over Hayden.
Split out wide again.
Wins it on 2-point conversion.
Wow. Titan Scantling splits out wide to this side.
Garrett Barr on the carry.
I'm not sure who has the ball. There may have. It was Elliott again. This time he's thrown back by Youngman.
About a loss of 1. It's a minute 23.
6 now.
Brings up 4th and 6. 4th and 7.
Ball. He gets tackled for a loss.
A minute 15 now.
In the game.
Got 24 seconds on the play clock.
Matthew Crosby and Lance Sims. Skylar Shelton.
So Shelton's bringing it into play with Blazing Jones on the far side. It's the same formation.
Under a minute, Booneville's going to win this thing.
We got 5 on the play clock.
4 on the play clock. Tatum takes the snap.
Garrett Barr on the carry again.
Elliott, he'll be down for
No gain. There'll be a turnover on downs with 45
That was actually
left in the
Garrett
game.
Barr, I'm sorry, on the carry.
24, Garrett Ball carrying the ball again. Gets turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for Glen Rose. Ball at the 40 of Booneville.
So they're going to take over at the 40-yard line.
119 yards on the night on 20 carries.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive right there.
Get some second teamers in on defense as well. Ferris Daines is in the game. Peyton Rice. So Glen Rose will get a couple of shots at it. Bland is still the quarterback. He has Dalton Taylor to his right. Bland will give it to Taylor up the middle.
Taylor up the middle.
And he's going to be stacked up by Dunn Daniel. Boy, Dunn's had another
Here's
one.
Dalton Taylor.
Had an excellent defensive night.
Number
Dunn
5,
Daniel.
Dunn Daniel.
Done on the stop.
Gets a 4 yards.
Run another play. Yes, they.
25 seconds.
Beavers will run another play. Taylor
Twins.
lines up left with 4 wide.
It's going to be a
Bland to
pass
throw. He has a
to
receiver.
21.
That's the other
That's
Taylor
gonna
on
be-
the far side. A flag has come in at the 42-yard line. There's Connor Taylor on the reception. Let's see what the flag's about.
It's a flag at the 43.
12 seconds are left.
12 seconds left here to play.
And
So personal foul, roughing the passer.
The passer's going to go against the Bearcats.
So that's going to take it down inside the
Down to Glen Rose.
15-yard line at the 12-yard line.
So they'll get the ball at the 12.
So I'm I'm sure Glen Rose is going to want to run another play.
They're going to probably try to score here with Bland.
And now they have called timeout. We'll just keep it here.
But Glen Rose just called a timeout.
You did say 29-29 Warren and Stuttgart.
Yeah, that was the last update I seen.
Okay.
Check some scores.
Greenbrier trying to close in on PA late. 36-21 is that score. The Bruins lead. Now Glen Rose.
Oh, they're back out to play. We
He
passed to
He's looking for the end zone, overthrows his man.
to
8
Taylor.
seconds left. He was looking for
8 seconds left in the game here.
Glen set on the coverage, so it'll be second down and 10 from the 12.
It's like a lot of people are going down the track.
A lot of people on both sides are making their way to the exits, or in Booneville's case, down to the sideline.
We'll see if they don't try to throw it to Taylor again.
4 wide again for the Beavers.
Gonna go on a jet sweep.
This is going to be Taylor.
And they're going to
He's
get him
take
down.
nicely
That was
by
number
taking
57,
Rice
Rice, on the stop.
at the 6-yard line.
That's it.
That'll end the game. Booneville wins 49-21 over the Glen Rose Beavers.
So Booneville will hit the road next week, and we'll head up to Searcy, Arkansas.
Looks like we're going to be on the road next week.
Harding Academy Wildcats.
We'll play Harding at Harding Academy, or at Harding University in Searcy.
It's a better outcome. I got a good feeling.
Made the trip there last year. Hopefully it's going to be a better outcome. And hopefully Zach will be back next week to join me. We'll try to find some stats. Not that Nate didn't do a good job.
Thanks, Isaac.
Playoffs, it's semifinals.
Let me refresh to see if Glenn has posted his stats now.
With penalties in this game than we have in the past. So Doc Crowley on this week's practices looks like he's got things pretty well cleaned up. And I mean, still a few things to iron out. And we've got to be ready for a tremendous passing attack on the part of Harding Academy. Their fine quarterback, Cade Smith. And
Looks like Glen Rose ended with 61 plays with 346 yards of total offense
headed up to
with 21 minutes
wow.
time of possession.
It's always a good
Had 134 yards rushing.
I'll give you a few stats.
Make sure.
Brandon, as I said, ends up with 19 carries, 219 yards. Ryland gets
Had
100
15
yards,
completions
and that's after sitting
out of
the
28.
first quarter.
They had 212 yards passing.
Serrera,
Had 3 INTs.
carries, 76
Had
yards.
2
Rocky Ross, 5
2 fumbles, and they also lost 3 interceptions. Had 5 turnovers total. They had 16 first downs. They were 50% on third down and 50% on fourth down. They also had 1 penalty for 15 yards. So Bland was 14 of 27 for 188 yards. Dalton Taylor had 111 yards rushing on 22 attempts. Connor Taylor had 8 attempts for 28 yards. Connor Taylor had 102 yards receiving on 6 receptions. Taggart Haynes had 66 yards on 5. Franks had 28 yards on 1 reception. Youngman ended with 6 tackles, 2 solos. Carter and Draper both had 5.5 tackles. Taylor and Roach had 5. Pugh had 3. Smith and Franks had 2.5.
You bet. 2 hours and 47 minutes. Well, I had 15.
Go to the
Cats.
Cats. So the Cats ended up having 50 plays offense for 510 yards. Had 510 rushing yards also. 0 for 2 on passes. Had 1 fumble loss. 18 first downs. We were 33% on third down, which isn't very good. Well, we're also 50% on fourth down. And 6 penalties for 57 yards. Brandon was 0 for 2 passing, like I said before. He had 218 yards total with 20 attempts, 10.9 for average. Ryland had 101 yards on 7 carries. Brooks had 76 yards on 2 carries. Ross had 52 yards, 5 carries. Dax had 48 on 8 with 1 touchdown. Ross also had 1 touchdown, and Brandon had 4. Defense, Goff had 8.5 tackles, 5 solos, 1 sack and 1 TFL, and 2 picks. Nunn had 6.5 tackles, 3 solos, and 1.5 TFLs. Matson had 5.5, 2 TFLs. Ryland had 1 TFL and 4.5 tackles.
Dax had that big 6, that was perfect.
Tatum had 4 tackles, Hall 3.5, Plymell, Welling, and Elliott all had 2.5. Goers had 2, Rice had 1.5, Brooks Herrera also had 1.5. So, those are your stats rundown, or rundown of stats rather. We end the game 49-21, the Cats over the Beavers. I'm Isaac Brown, and for Nate, and for Zach, even though he's not here. And as